Hey everybody, I hope this message finds you well. One of the things I've been thinking about a lot today is, the reason why a lot of us don't post. And, the reason that many of us don't post, we'll hear comments like, oh, damn, I don't have enough equipment to start this podcast. I don't have a camera to take pictures. I don't have a blog to start blogging. There are a lot of excuses when, really and truly, we have a lot of tools at our disposal. There's Anchor, a free app that any of us can use to distribute a podcast, all podcast stations, free of charge. You record right from your phone, you upload, and it distributes. The cameras that we have today are superb. It's great quality than like even 5 years ago. The video capabilities on these phones are great as well too. Maybe not in the nighttime, but in the daytime, it's more than good enough. People complain about the lack of editing. People complain about not having any help. And the thing that I boil it down to really is a tremendous level of insecurity in all of us. And, as I've been going through this journey, I'm currently in my 5th year. If there's anything that I've learned is that you have to really have a deep level of self-awareness, because I know a lot of people, a lot of people hit me up saying that they want to get into photography and that they want to start taking pictures, and the playing field is really open now, and I'm all for helping, but if you want to do it for fun, then that's something that you should really state out loud for yourself. Not for me, but for yourself. Because you might want to jump into photography to make a couple extra dollars, but it's truly hard because the landscape of photography has changed so much that the playing field is open. There's a lot more players, and in any economy, when there's a lot of people that are able to play, it becomes a commodity. So what people do when they are looking for a photographer is that they sort by price in most cases. And this is why I'm so big on building brand. That's why I take the extra time to ensure that I can have great communication with my clients and to deliver a great experience. But back to my original point on why a lot of us aren't posting, it fundamentally comes down to insecurity, because we are really concerned about the likes, the comments, and the shares. And I'm not discounting the value of those metrics, but the value in the creativity that you provide, that's something that shouldn't be hidden. Like, a lot of photographers don't post images because I don't know, like, they post once a week, if even, and they're trying to build a business. How are you gonna build a business and you're posting once a week? Like, maybe it works for you, but I believe that the more visibility you have, the better it is. Like, why is it that a lot of us are afraid to point the camera to our face, talk about stuff that we believe in, and not upload it? Why are we as scared to share the behind the scenes footage, complain about editing? Like, everything fundamentally boils down to excuses to prevent you from doing. It's so easy to start a podcast. It's so easy to start a vlog. It's so easy to start doing a lot of these things that could fundamentally change every one of our lives, but we're not doing it. We're dwelling more on the fact that we don't have the desired equipment that we all want. And the point in me making this video and like continuing to make videos is because I know how to edit videos. Like, I have a camera, I have a light, and I have the whole setup to make it look professional with the intro. But the message that I want to drive home is that the value in what you provide through your content is more important. And this consistent amount of content for the past 5 years has been the thing that has been setting me on this journey. You know, every single post that I make isn't gonna get all the likes and the comments and shares that I would like, but you know, the fact that 2 days ago I made a video, well, I made a post a couple months ago about tips on how to book a photographer, and it was that single piece of content that didn't even have anything to do with photography that gave that young lady the confidence and comfort to want to book a shoot. You know, and my biggest point is, you know, we need to provide value and we need to create. You know, there's a lot of people that have great ideas, that have some dope concepts, but they're holding them back because they're scared that they're not gonna get enough likes and comments. When I believe that if you did it for a year, like, everybody starts out with 0 followers. You know, some people got in earlier, so they were able to take advantage of the free attention that was on the platform. And as it gets more crowded, there's over 1 billion users right now, it's gonna get harder to be seen. But there's one thing that I know that remains true, and it's that if you provide meaningful content, if you talk about something that you really care about, if you show those people on the other side of these messages and pictures and videos that you care about what you do and you care about the interactions, then everything you dream of will follow. But it takes a tremendous amount of patience. And the other point that I want to get to is it takes a tremendous amount of talent, because you could like something but maybe you're not good at it. Like, some people like sports, right? I'm not good at sports. I run frequently so that I can stay in shape, but I'm not talented in that department. You know, and it fundamentally comes down to a place of self-awareness. You know, how good, like, is it? Photography calls my soul. And the reason I think I've been doing, you know, progressively well over the years is because innately I am a salesman. You know, as I've been digging into my past recently, some of the things that I've been really thinking about were how around the age of like 12, 13, I think, I was selling phone cards in Jamaica because phones had minutes. I was distributing CDs with software on it. When jailbreaking was a thing, I jailbroke my phone. I brought it to school. I showed them the cool tricks, and I got a couple people to pay me to do it for them. A couple years ago, I used to be a secretary in a small pest control business. I used to pick up bottles off the street, and a host of other things, you know, because fundamentally at the core, one thing I'm realizing with myself is that there's something in me that has the desire to go and get it. I have the desire to get it by any means necessary. So, you know, I take pride in the things that I do, and I'm also aware of my ability to connect with you and to have a deep level of empathy to the things and the difficulties that you're feeling, which is why I feel like more and more people have been coming and feeling comfortable to interact with me, because I give off that aura, you know. Fundamentally, I don't need anything from anybody. And this is not to sound condescending, but when I say I don't need anything from anybody, what I mean is that I have a deep level of inner peace, that the joy that I have comes from within me. Like, if I were never, ever, ever able to make $100,000 off of just pure photography, I think that I would still be happy, because the journey, you know, that's contextual to my life circumstances has been very rewarding for me. And the thing that I really want to get across for just one person is to please look within yourself, figure out what you love to do and how you communicate that, and tell that story over and over. You know, because I don't talk about too many things. You'll never hear me getting up here to talk about politics. You'll never hear me talk about the you know, like really current trends, because I'm not too good at keeping up with everything. You'll never hear me talking about fashion. You'll never hear me talking about certain sports. You'll never hear me speaking about martial arts. The things that I will talk about and will continue to speak about is marketing, self-awareness, business development, photography, and I'll continue to post pictures, and I'll continue to share my feelings on my podcast on a consistent basis. So please get into that space where you're able to really figure out yourself and to create. You know, the likes and the comments and the shares will come if you're consistent, and that's something that I know. But be patient. You know, like I know that I get up here with a lot of energy all the time, and that's my default state of being. I'm a high energy person, especially when I'm in the zone of doing something that I love to do. Like I have energy, like I work crazy amount of hours throughout the day, you know, like maybe 12, maybe even more. But you know, the point is we all need to post more content, because content and consistent content and good valuable content is the gateway to success in 2019, and I really believe that. So please get out there and share some more stuff and tell some more stories, because when we're looking back 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years from now, we're gonna look back on these moments, and if you were patient and diligent and put the hard work in, you're gonna look back and be like, wow. You know, and I believe that. Have a great night. Peace.